I'm Brandon Evans. I'm the Director of Employers Training Resource. And you are?
Ramon Leon, and I'm a program supervisor for all staff that do eligibility and the intake process.
As our organization is working to serve people, one of the big tasks that we have currently is helping folks that have been laid off or negatively impacted that have come from oil and gas. And we're providing services in a whole host of ways. So if there's somebody who's been negatively impacted that has worked in oil and gas, what would you tell them in terms of what would get them to qualify, and like what is the process to get them started getting services with us?
Absolutely. I would say at this point there is quite a bit of people that have been affected, and they're out there on their own, kind of figuring out what the next step is. So I would recommend for all of them to give us a call. Walk in the door, give us a call. The process isn't very lengthy. We try to streamline it as quick as possible. One thing you do need is your right to work documents.
Okay.
So that's basically the driver's license and social security card, or California ID and social security card.
Yeah.
The rest we'll figure out.
Awesome.
So the main thing is for them to get in the door, give us a call, so they're not alone in this next chapter. We can help them with whatever they need.
So if somebody wants to get started, they're going to call, and they're going to call what number?
661-742-2217.
Awesome. And so they can call to get started. I also know that we have these informational sessions. How often are those informational sessions? How long do they last? What is said during those informational sessions?
The informational sessions are once a month, and these sessions are great because we have the whole team there. We have the case managers that are going to help you with job search. We have the eligibility staff that are going to help you get qualified, and then we give you a presentation. So the day starts at normally 9 o'clock, and we're there till about 11. Sometimes a little over, depending on what services we're offering at the time. But the main thing is you get information on what we have available, what's coming up, the process, and the steps to get to the next step where you want to go. And again, the biggest plus of this is you have the case managers there, so you're not going to go from appointment to appointment. You're going to get everything done in one day.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
You'll get your eligibility done. You'll get assigned to your case manager. You'll meet your case manager, and you'll start your job search.
Yeah. So what is this case manager going to do for them?
Yeah. So the case manager, their responsibility is to help you find a job. So a lot of these people, like I said, they're alone. Once you're enrolled with us, you're no longer alone. You have someone to call. You have someone to reach out to for guidance, and their job is to give you leads, referrals, anything they can do, supportive services. If you get a job offer and you need some boots, you need some kind of type of equipment, we're there to help you with that. And that's what the case manager does.
Great. And so some people may be saying, like, I would love a job, but I really would like to kind of upgrade my career path. Is there training opportunities available? If so, what might some of those be?
Absolutely. I'm going to highlight a few. We have truck driving available. That's a 4-week course, so you're in and out of there in a month. Okay. We have utility worker available that prepares you for the installation and repair of electrical poles. We also have a barber, if anybody wants to be a barber.
Wow, I'm a little sensitive to that, but can keep going.
Yeah, so it's a pretty popular program, and we do have that availability. So anybody that wants to go into business on their own and maybe start something up in the barber industry, that's available. And all of these programs are free of cost. So that's the key. You're not going to be charged anything. You're not going to have to worry about covering anything, either on the front end or on the back end. We're going to help you every step of the way. And after these programs, anybody that comes into a training program, afterwards, again, the goal is job placement.
Right.
So that's when you get transferred to the case manager. We help you with your resume. We help you with interview skills.
Good.
We help you with whatever you need to get that job. Because at the end of the day, we're performance based, and our job is to help you get a job.
Right. So, yeah. So us meeting our performance is beneficial to everybody who comes in.
Absolutely.
So has anybody been coming in?
Yes, we have. We've enrolled, as of today, we've enrolled 272 displaced oil and gas workers.
Crazy.
So there have been a lot of people coming in, a lot of people that have already been trained, that have already been placed, whether it be in whatever industry we ended up being able to connect them with. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, um, as you and I would both agree, what we really want in Kern County is we want drilling, we want the oil industry to get back to where it was, and for folks to be able to continue to um, make their money and feed their families and take care of their homes, etc., in that industry. But for anybody who hasn't been able to do that, it's really good to know that we've got case managers and job developers and staff like you and yours that are right here ready to help them. Like you said, they may have felt alone, but they're not alone anymore.
Absolutely. And you know, one thing I want to mention also is we have the on the job training program. So that's something that our case managers, our job developers can use to help these individuals get placed. So if there's a job out there that they're looking for, they'd like to get, we can communicate to the employer. We can try to make that connection and offer the employer a reimbursement for up to half of the wages for up to 6 months, depending on how long it's going to take them to train the individual for that job.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome.
so again, if you're alone right now trying to figure out what the next step is, come to us. We got a lot of services, a lot of options to help you get to that next step.
Yeah, and one more time, what's that number?
742-2217.
Awesome, awesome. And somebody will answer that?
Absolutely. So we make it a point to answer that phone. We're not trying to send you through different receptionists or here or voicemails. We're doing our best to try to answer it as quick as possible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
So you laid out a lot of great information. Is there anything else that you'd like to share?
That the team we have in place is their goal is job placement. So when you come to us, you're dealing with professionals that's all they do all day is try to help you find employers that are going to hire the individuals that enroll with us, and us finding the individuals to for those employers.
Awesome.
So the first step again, come in, get enrolled. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. So sounds like this is a great opportunity for anybody who is looking to transition out of or has been laid off or whatever with oil and gas. Thank you so much, Ramon. We, uh, are thankful to you and your team for what you guys are getting done, and we know that each day and every day that we're, literally changing people's lives as they try to transition into what their future is going to be. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you.
All right.